Greetings everyone. Your headline news from Zimbabwe. First headline, Zimbabwe's ZiG currency hits longest losing streak against the dollar. Zimbabwe's bullion-backed currency is experiencing its longest run of losers against the dollar since it started trading on April 18. The ZiG, short for Zimbabwe Gold, fell for a ninth consecutive day on Tuesday because of a shortage of dollars caused by lack of sellers in the interbank market as the new currency takes hold. The next headline, prices skyrocket as ZiG loses buying power. Prices of basic commodities have risen sharply as the recently launched Zimbabwe Gold ZiG, now ZWG, currency shatters in a United States dollar-dominated market, with the shops now preferring to charge their goods exclusively in foreign currency. We continue. ZANU-PF praise singers pushing for Mnangagwa state term fear Chiwenga's wrath. ZANU-PF members advocating for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to extend his presidential term beyond 2028 fear repercussions of a new regime, a political analyst has said. Although Mnangagwa has dismissed the idea of prolonging his rule beyond the constitutionally stipulated 2 terms, some ZANU-PF members are pushing for him to stay at the helm of the country. We continue. Let's get to South Africa. Rhythm City star Bra opens up about family rejection due to his Zimbabwean wife. Renewed South African actor and a former Rhythm City star, Zekhabi Tauyane, also known as Bra, has revealed painful personal struggles involving his family's rejection of his wife due to her Zimbabwean roots. We continue with the headlines. ZRP officers beat Matabeleland villagers, forced them to sing war songs, human rights lawyers, and Priska Dube of Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. The villagers protested against the conduct of the police officers for conducting a violent operation across 3 homesteads belonging to the Sibanda, Ncube, and Lunga families under the pretext of investigating a case of alleged theft of diesel belonging to Oscar Mawarire, local entrepreneur. Mhlanga Dube stated that the ZRP officers, who were armed with a rifle, trainers, and whips, unlawfully assaulted the villagers, including a minor, using excessive force and without just cause. In addition, Mhlanga Dube stated that the villagers were coerced into singing some liberation songs in Shona language and were further assaulted for allegedly failing to sing the songs correctly. The next headline, ZINASU demands freeing of O-level student detained for alleged participating in unsanctioned gathering. The Zimbabwe National Students Union, ZINASU, has added to the growing demand for the acquittal and release of Nicole Chibata, a female O-level student who has been languishing at Chikurubi female prison since her arrest June this year. Chibata is among nearly 80 opposition activists who have been detained following a police raid at former Citizens Coalition for Change, CCC Senator Jameson Timber's Advocate home in Harare. Portraits bans trade on Starlink kit without license. The Postal and Telecommunications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, Portras, has issued a ban on the sale of Starlink user terminals, that is kits, by telecom service providers and ordinary dealers without a license, as government pulls out all stops to piggyback on the galloping public demand for the global internet service to draw some easy revenue. Zimbabwe men in South Africa co-accused in murder of 2 women feeding their bodies to pigs. 3 men in South Africa are accused of killing 2 women and feeding their bodies to pigs on their farm in a case that has outraged the public. The men appeared in court Tuesday in the northern province of Limpopo. The state wants them to remain behind bars until their trial is concluded. Next, the headline: PPC Zim remits $11.3 million dividend to SA parent group. PPC Zimbabwe remitted 203 million rands, that is $11.3 million dividend to its South African parent group following strong volume performance in the full year to March 31, 2024. Group Chief Executive Officer CEO Mr. Matthias Kadarel said, quote, record volumes were achieved in the first half of the year with a growth of 44% compared to the same period in the previous year, despite growth slowing down in the second half, with the quarter-on-quarter volume increase falling to 3% in the final quarter, close quote. Next news headline: African nations boost gold reserves amid economic uncertainty. Nairobi, Kenya. Central banks in Africa are turning to gold to protect themselves from economic and geopolitical instability and to diversify their financial portfolios. In September 2023, the price of gold per ounce was $1,900. A year later, it is selling for $2,500. According to the World Gold Council, an international trade association for the gold industry, demand for the metal is expected to increase in the next 10 months despite soaring prices. Next news headline: Portrais final announces Starlink's $575,000 Zimbabwe license. How the incumbents have been disrupted. Zimbabwe's telecoms regulator Portrais final announced the Starlink licensing today, 10 September. According the statement is released, Portrais licensed Starlink Zimbabwe last week, Friday, 6 September, the same day Starlink went live. Based on the license types mentioned in the statement, Starlink is paying a total $575,000 for it. We move to the next news headline. We will skip the headline that speaks about the Huawei cell phone company. We go to disturbing video of baby falling from carrier while mother danced at Duke and Slay event sparks controversy. A disturbing video clip showing the moment a mother dropped her baby from the carrier while dancing at the recently held Duke and Slay event has divided opinion on social media. The much talked about event has been making headlines on social media. The latest accident has brought even more attention to the event, sparking mixed reactions on social media. This event happened in the province of Masvingo in Zimbabwe. Next headline: President Mnangagwa finally explains why he wears his scarf regardless of weather. President Emmerson Mnangagwa has finally revealed the reason behind his signature scarf, which he is often seen wearing even in sweltering heat. Since the Davos summit in January 2018, Mnangagwa has been rarely seen without the scarf, proudly displaying the colors of Zimbabwe's flag around his neck, regardless of the temperature. Before his recent interview in China, there had been speculation about the scarf's significance, especially as old photographs of former President Robert Mugabe and other leaders from the 1980s show them wearing similar scarves. This led some to wonder if it was a traditional ZANU-PF symbol. Bulawayo extends parking enforcement hours to 24 hours. The city of Bulawayo and 33 Investments TTI Parking Solutions have extended the operation hours for parking enforcement from 600 hours to 1900 hours as from Tuesday, 3 September 2024. This is in accordance with the City of Bulawayo's clamping and the tow-away bylaw, statutory instrument 2020 of 2023. Government defends unleaded fuel ban amid concerns over Mnangagwa Ali monopoly. Transport Minister Felix Mohona has defended the government's contentious decision to ban unleaded fuel, citing concerns over mislabeled products, but motorists and oil importers remain outraged, suspecting the move is designed to protect ethanol producer green fuel. The minister made the remarks in Parliament last week, addressing concerns raised by MPs who suggested that the National Oil Infrastructure Company of Zimbabwe should sell unleaded petrol to stop private players from doing so and ensure an authentic product. We move to the next news headline. ZANU-PF officials accused of masterminding fake title deeds. A scandal involving fake title deeds has rocked Zimbabwe's urban areas, with allegations of top officials from the ruling ZANU-PF party implicated in the scheme that has left thousands of unsuspecting home seekers vulnerable. The scheme, which targets residents in Unai, Harare South and Churu constituencies, involved individuals posing as government officials and demanding fees for regularization. The last headline: redundant civil service posts to be abolished. Government is set to rationalize jobs and grades in the civil service to streamline managerial posts, abolish redundant positions, and reorganize the workforce for better efficiency. Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services Minister Dr. Jennifer Mosori has said. Addressing a post-cabinet media briefing in Harare yesterday, Dr. Musori said Cabinet considered and approved a report on the public service job evaluation presented by Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare Minister July Moyo. Please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, goodbye.